could artificial intelligence have a better result than doctors in detecting disease? With this question, I would like to start my research, but first of all, I would like to centralize the question more to have a better analysis of it. So, we will only focus on the perspective of one disease. In this case, it will be breast cancer. Breast cancer is a type of cancer in which cells in the breast grow out of control. There exist different types of breast cancer. It depends on the mutation and the specific cells growing. Also, most of the breast cancer begins in the ducts or lobulus of the breast. The ducts and tubes are the ones that help carry and produce the milk. It is the second most dangerous type of cancer with the most cumulative deaths among women in the United States. The exact cause of breast cancer is unknown, but there are multiple factors that can increase the possibility to have breast cancer, like the age, family illness, genetic mutations, obesity, and alcohol use. A positive aspect is that with the early detection of cancer, the 5-year survival rate for women with breast cancer is 90%. Taking into account this information, the world is transforming, and companies like Carrion, a London AI company, are using the AI to recognize patterns of breast cancer and detecting it earlier than doctors. With the new idea, we can think about the impact this machine will have in medicine and their influence in the decision making to diagnose disease such as breast cancer. After having a brief approach, I think we can now improve our vision and go to the real inquiry question, which is, do the application of artificial intelligence algorithms on the early detection of breast cancer give a better accurate diagnosis than doctors? We're going to start from a more general point of view with the research compiled by the United States National Library of Medicine and later published by the journal Diagnostics. This proposed a new detection of breast cancer using artificial intelligence with a combined learning model between deep learning and machine learning. Instead of using the perspective of doctors, it seeks to use a model that uses a convolutional neuronal network. This is based on learning to identify patterns and similarities between images that give signs of breast cancer, analyze them, and obtain your own results, same results that are better than those given by doctors. To demonstrate the superiority of artificial intelligence, a set of data was collected from 2,263 women on which only 685 had breast cancer. The results of artificial intelligence were highly positive in detecting breast cancer with 95.4 accuracy, compared to a more traditional method which only had 87.2 accuracy. One of the biggest advantages is that AI can use mammography images for further analysis and gain experience from doctors' operations and detections in the past. Artificial intelligence shows us an acceptable result with a lot of vision and improvement to be implemented in the future, incorporating combined learning data for new detection models, creating in the process a great increase in the survival rate of breast cancer, but leaving the development and the detection of human doctors themselves. At the same time, we can see a perspective in which supporting artificial intelligence has repercussion by creating less impact on human judgment in important decisions in medicine. If both doctors and artificial intelligence have the same objective, it is really important to focus on which of the two has a superior criterion.
Siento yo que inclusive es hasta egoísta sentir que nosotros podemos saber más o funcionar mucho mejor que la inteligencia artificial. Es verle el lado bueno a todo esto y creo que en el futuro muchas enfermedades van a poder ser prevenidas muchísimo antes.
In 2021, a company called Carrion developed artificial intelligence that was first used in small clinics called Mama Clinica to improve early detection of breast cancer. AIs use machine learning algorithms to analyze mammographs and detect signs and patterns of breast cancer that will be impossible for human radiologists to detect. We can see that this case is very similar to the last example, only that this one is already in operation. Machines have managed to detect 20% more breast cancer than radiologists. In addition, the technology was able to identify breast cancer that radiologists couldn't detect, demonstrating overwhelming superiority over doctors. Currently, Carrion's technology is being used in other countries such as Scotland, England, Finland, Oman, among others. The test results demonstrate that the technology can provide a more accurate diagnosis than human radiologists in the early detection of breast cancer. As follows, it is estimated that technology has the potential to save more lives by detecting cancer that would otherwise go unnoticed by doctors, according to the artificial intelligence specialist Geoff Hinton. He proposes that in approximately 5 years, the technology will overshadow the work of radiologists, in addition to mention that the radiologists are on the edge of a cliff into which they are about to fall. On the other hand, we already mentioned many ways in which artificial intelligence appear to be better than human judgment. However, it is important not to forget human judgment, according to Dr. Constant Lehan, professor of radiology at Harvard Medical School and a specialist in breast imaging from Massachusetts General Hospital. I quote the following: "We are not irrelevant, but there are tasks that are better done with computers." We can see a different perspective from the previous ones, in which he admits that AI could help doctors a lot on a daily basis. By leaving a certain amount of work to the machines and another amount of work for doctors, could we create an environment where both aspects excel without affecting each other?
Yo cuando sea una especialista me encantaría utilizar la tecnología para complementar mis diagnósticos y mis tratamientos con mis pacientes.
It will be used only as a complementary tool and not as a definite substitute from doctors, only helping radiologists in some tasks when making a diagnosis, or that is what Mr. Kingsmeadin explains, quote, "An AI plus a doctor should replace only the doctor, but an AI should not replace the doctor," reaching a similar conclusion to that of the previous doctor by creating an union between the doctor and artificial intelligence. At the end of the day, both processes seek to save lives as a priority regardless of which of the criteria was more value. But it is important to delimitate their importances for the future final decision for the diagnosis of disease, and at the same time create laws and rules that favor the safety and well-being of the patient, avoiding the social dilemmas that may arise, seeking to create a stable and beneficial relationship between doctor and artificial intelligence so that both can achieve early detection of cancer in their patients and save more lives. This will directly influence the social dilemma that will afflict how patients feel. This in relation to artificial intelligence altering their privacy.
¿Nos va a ayudar? Sí, me va a ayudar a diagnosticarlo 100% sí. La conexión que se tiene con tu paciente, el crear esa relación médico-paciente acertada, que tu paciente se siente en confianza para que pueda proporcionarte todos los datos que para ti son importantes al momento de empezar con tus diagnósticos diferenciales. Siento que eso no se puede perder, o sea, esa calidez que hay detrás de tu paciente es sumamente importante, o sea, esa relación médico-paciente es la clave para un buen diagnóstico.
The previous specialist proposed a way for AI to be a helping tool so that the doctors, leaving aside ethical problems, focus exclusively on saving lives regardless of who helps more or less. They also talks about the importance of doctors to help the patient's concerns and create an empathic and healthy relationship with them, something that AIs cannot do due to their lack of transparency. On the other hand, in this same investigation, a woman named Helen Edwards, who suffered from breast cancer, authorized Google Health to have access to her mammographs. From the patient's point of view, she comments on the concerns about AI, but at the same time about the safety of having a machine working all the day to find results, something that humans cannot do. She highlights that combining human judgment with the exhaustive work of a machine will be the perfect solution to save millions of lives.
Hace 2 años me detectaron cáncer. Al principio, pues las personas, todas nos asustamos al escuchar esa palabra cáncer porque piensa uno que se va a morir. En mi caso, gracias a Dios, fue un cáncer nivel 1. Yo en ese momento que pasé por esta situación, por esta enfermedad, pues yo la verdad desconocía sobre la inteligencia artificial. Y ahorita que me comentan sobre eso, pues no estaría mal que fuera junto con pegado la experiencia que tienen los doctores y junto con la inteligencia artificial para poder darle a lo mejor al paciente un mejor diagnóstico, que el paciente se sienta más confiable cuando el doctor le da algún tipo de diagnóstico, y también ver que el tratamiento que dé el doctor pues sea el adecuado, ¿no?
In this way, we can reach a conclusion by seeing the point of view of a specialist, patients affected by the disease, and the creator of artificial intelligence themselves. On the AI side, we can see that they are of utmost importance to improve the early detection of cancer. However, they should not supplant doctors, but should help them as another work tool, so that in the way the doctor's judgment improves and it is influenced by the AI to give a good result to the patient, it is also important to empathize with the patients and have their approval when using AIs treating their illnesses, to avoid social dilemmas and maintaining a healthy relationship with the affected person. In conclusion, using AI for the early detection of breast cancer will only lead to improve the safety and health of the patient. Therefore, we should not worry about which criterion is more relevant, but rather analyze both to guarantee the well-being of the patient.